There we go. We've got Friday on our minds, and we're thinking about our minds. And it's so exciting at the beginning of the year. I love it when my guests come in and they're talking about the exciting new things that they're going to do. And really and truly, you want to change the world and help anybody to learn stuff and feel good about themselves at the same time, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's not just about skills acquisition. It's about, being your whole person.
Exactly.
Really.
And feeling that the world really is your oyster.
Yes.
And that you can have a go at something.
Yes.
And
yes.
it's okay. It's okay not to be great at something first off.
Yes.
It's okay just to keep trying until you break through and you acquire that skill. And that's something that our teenagers, I think some of them are lacking. They have a fixed mindset, and what they need is the growth mindset, which is a willingness to fail.
Yes.
So
yes.
I think our parents have inadvertently kicked themselves really, or shot themselves in the foot with their children, because it's a backlash against the older generation, I think.
I think
we
it
were
is.
brought up.
Yes, we were brought up.
We just want our
Get
children
on
to
with
be
it.
happy.
Yes, quite. Yes.
And so we big them up. You're brilliant, you're
yes,
great,
quite. Yes.
You're perfect as you are.
Yeah.
That all sounds really great. But the problem is, what happens is the child is then unwilling to have a go at something.
Yes.
Because part of them is telling, that they're getting the impression that they're perfect as they are.
Quite.
Well, they can't afford, therefore, to not be perfect
with
this new activity.
and risk this thing.
So, if alternatively, instead of praising the child, you praise the activity, or your effort.
You praise the behaviour, or the
exactly.
Well
and
done.
The effort in particular.
Well done. You nearly got it.
That's right.
Yes.
Well done for making so much effort. Look how close you were this
Yes,
time. I
quite.
wonder what you can do next time.
Yes.
Then that is that encourages the growth mindset.
Yes.
And children who are coming from that perspective, adults too.
Yes,
coming from
adults
that
as well.
perspective are willing to have a go at something. They're willing not to be perfect. They're willing to fail.
Yes.
And have another go, and another go,
Yes.
and another go. And of course, that's the way that we learn.
Yes.
That's how you will actually acquire a new skill.
Yes.
Whereas those kids with a fixed mindset, adults too, daren't do stuff they're not sure they can do.
Yes.
And that keeps them playing small. What a shame.
I know. I found myself saying to somebody the other day, when you put a little plant in the ground, you don't put it next door to the stake, you give it some room so that actually it can move, and only by it moving does it develop roots.
What a perfect
if it's slapped
analogy.
next door to the stake, it doesn't grow because it has to move.
That's a
in order to become strong.
Brilliant.
But it is interesting, isn't it? I think a little bit the Americans are a little bit more perhaps in the business world, failure is a little bit more accepted, I think, perhaps than it is here, or used to be. I'm not sure. I think it may be changing. I think we're getting more entrepreneurial. So people are thinking, you're not, if you've had a terrible loss, you're not thinking that's the end of my life.
Yeah.
And like the awful stories of people who commit suicide because something goes wrong with their finances, and you just think.
Yes, they say suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yes.
Of course, the trouble is when you're feeling that bad.
Yes, yeah.
Then there doesn't seem to be anything else. That it's a terrible place to be, and you think you're doing the right thing for everybody else. You feel so rubbish.
Yeah.
What a shame, because for some strategies, for some things that you could literally do easily.
Yes.
Your physiology would change, therefore your brain chemistry would change.
Yes.
Therefore, you might possibly find a range of options rather than that rather permanent one.
Actually, if I just reinforce that, that's so important, isn't it? If your body moves and your physiology, as you say, moves, that actually helps your brain.
Well, do you know what? They discovered that your brain is connected to your body.
Yes.
And when they did, they realised that when you see somebody sort of like hunched and looking down and looking into their lap, not moving very fast or very much, we say they're looking down.
Yeah.
And it's presumably it's the stuff that's going on in the brain, the negative thinking, reflecting itself in the physiology. Actually, we now know that it's reversible. You can deliberately take your physiology and stand upright, take a deep breath, look up, force your mouth into a smile. Okay, when you're feeling down, you don't feel like smiling. But if you put a pencil horizontally between your teeth, it forces your mouth into a smile shape.
Right.
And that actually changes, all of that changes
Does it?
your brain chemistry.
Changes your brain chemistry.
So if you
How
deliberately
brilliant.
look confident and cheerful,
Yes.
it will actually make you feel more confident and cheerful.
The whole fake it till you make it. Actually, there is some truth in it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, useful to know.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it is incredible that something so simple
And so if you were willing to do any of that, I mean, like I say, when you're feeling down, you don't feel like smiling.
No, you don't.
But you can stick a
pencil
between your teeth.
I hadn't thought about that.
And if you catch yourself and do that
Yes.
early on,
Yes.
you're never going to get to the place where you can't
Yes.
see
Where
any
you-
other way out.
Where you can't think about anything and everything's terrible and duvet day, here
and
we come.
it's all very well when you're gone, but
Yeah.
of course it's the people you leave behind
Yes.
who are suffering.
Yeah, absolutely.
And on that
Absolutely.
very cheerful note.
Yes, no, we don't want to finish thinking about that. We want to think about all the possibilities that there
So
are.
my therapy website is Sounds Positive.
Yes.
So I would like to sound a little more
Sound,
positive
absolutely,
right
sound
now.
positive. And what about the one for the learning?
That's genius-material.com.
Okay, just say them again.
Soundspositive.com.
Yep.
Genius-material.com.
GENIEIUS material.
Yes. And it's singular material.
Yes, not materials.
Exactly.
Okay, lovely. Genius material. Wonderful. Well, I hope if you've been listening, you've actually picked up loads of lovely tips. And Lysette, it's been such a joy to have you in here.
Thank you. It's been lovely to see you.
It's been really, really good. It's great to catch up, and I love the way, it's all moving forward. And if I may make a comment, I think your why is stronger now, 5 years later, than it was when we first met then.
It feels it.
Yeah.
Well spotted.
Wonderful. Well, you will conquer the world.